Catch the waves, catch the views, breathe in fresh air, see the cityscapes, and eat some delicious food. Lima, Peru is a culinary paradise that offers an unparalleled food experience that will leave you salivating for life, with a mixture of traditional Peruvian flavors and innovative dishes like ceviche, causa, lomo saltado, ají amarillo, and chicken, pollo. In general, Peruvians love their chicken. From right here, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pollerias just from standing right here.
Polleria.
Experience the unique character of Lima's neighborhoods, from the bohemian charm of Barranco with its art galleries and street art, to Miraflores with its modern attractions and coastal views. It's a bit of an understatement, but the city's location along the Pacific Ocean provides beautiful coastal views and recreational opportunities. Enjoy a stroll or a bike ride along the Malecón, a scenic promenade overlooking the sea. Take surfing lessons or just go surfing if you already have the know-how. Catch the views from above as you go paragliding, and so much more. Peruvians are known for their friendliness and hospitality. You'll likely find yourself welcomed with open arms and eager to share their culture and traditions. Overall, Lima offers a blend of cultural, historical, and culinary experiences that make it a fascinating destination to explore. There is a lot more to the city than we were able to experience within just a 2-week period. Here is our Lima City Review.
This is our 2-week Lima City Review. And the reason why we're doing these city reviews and visiting all these places, it's basically because I don't think that Dallas, Texas as a whole, it's our home, our forever home. And Johnny doesn't think that
Bogota, Colombia.
It's our forever home. So we are looking for our home base. We are trying to see which place matches our personality better and which is the place where we can thrive and be happier.
Hawaii. Overall uniqueness of Lima for me and for both of us was that it was kind of chaotic but peaceful in a weird way. And this is because the city, its infrastructure and the way things are designed are just kind of disorganized, so it creates a lot of like unnecessary traffic, and so that's the way people are as well. And plus there's a bunch of like unfinished housing that you see just across the city, like you kind of see across Latin America. So that was evidently everywhere except for kind of the nicer parts. But the reason why it was so peaceful is because I find the Peruvian people to be very they love their life, they appreciate life, and that radiates in everything they do, from their cuisine to the way they approach you in the streets and just average people. I find that they are very happy with their lives, and that is something that I have not seen so much in many other countries actually. So it was very nice and refreshing, even though it was chaotic with the roads and the traffic and all that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. We have to mention though that Lima is this massive city that's located by the ocean, but there's massive cliff that you have to climb down to get to the ocean. And I mean, we've seen pictures of it. You guys can find pictures of Lima, Peru, but once you see it, once you're there, it's pretty epic. Like seeing the cliffs, the Emerald Coast or the Green Coast as they call it, it's pretty epic.
And that's got to be why people are at peace in Lima, because it's like, although there's chaotic city, everybody can go and kind of like look over the cliff and be connected with nature instantly by just seeing the vast emptiness of the ocean, and just how important, I find that very important just for human beings to be connected to nature.
Yeah. What we love about Lima, Peru? Well, we obviously love being so close to the ocean and just the epic walk that we had to take to get to the ocean, which was going down the cliff. What else did we love?
We loved the food. The food is excellent. I think Peruvian food is amazing. I mean, that's obviously like known across Latin America and the world in general. But Lima is like a food capital of the world, and like we had some delicious food. Even places that were just like normal mom and pop type of shops, the food had flavor. It was so good.
It was delicious, so yeah. We went and got corrientazo, or menu of a day, and it was spectacular.
Yeah. I know that we also loved the neighborhoods Barranco and Miraflores, which it seems like everybody does. They were just the more organized, more upscale neighborhoods right next to the beach.
More green.
More green because like Lima is actually really dry. It's in a desert. So they actually have a lot of greenery, more so for the city in those areas, even though it is not even near close to what Colombia is like
No.
in terms of greenery, but it is more green and it's more organized. But as you get deeper into the city, going more eastward, it's more chaotic. But what else do we love? We love the surfing.
We love the surfing culture. Yeah. We'll get to that later, but that was something very new to us and something that we didn't think we were going to enjoy it as much.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get eaten by a shark or something.
I know.
And I love that the Peruvian people are genuinely happy about life. I know I've said that already, but like I find that they are probably some of the most happy people that I've experienced across the world. They just seem very at ease. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. Since we just mentioned surfing, let's talk about activities. We went surfing. The very first time. I actually got on the board and went in a straight line, which is about all I can really do on a skateboard as well. Actually, I know how to kind of like maneuver with a skateboard or a longboard, but like it was different. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I expected. And it's the first time I've ever surfed, so I highly recommend it. And I think that I'm going to make surfing a thing. Whenever there's surfing available, anywhere we go, I'm totally going to take the time to do it. I thought it was exhilarating.
Yeah, we only did it once, and I think we both regret only doing it once. We left it kind of like for last minute. And part of the reason was because I was pretty scared. Like, I'm kind of like afraid of the ocean. I don't feel like I'm the strongest swimmer. And so like I was pretty hesitant to go in surfing. And I did do it with like the tandem modality, which is someone is with you on the board. And I felt like a lot of confidence in him. He was super helpful, but I enjoyed it so much. It was exhilarating. I definitely want to do it again on my own. And I know we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
Like,
I can see why like surfer people, like they're not good with their words because they're just, it's a physical thing, right? Like, and it like numbs your thinking capacity because you're just trying to survive.
You're surviving.
So it made a lot more sense after having that experience. Another activity that we loved was a cooking class. We did a cooking class. Do you remember the name of the tour?
It was with Haku Tours. Yes, and I mean, we cooked so much at home. Food is very, very important for us, as like you may know, returning watchers. And we were determined to do a cooking class in Peru. We did quite a few dishes. We did a causa, a lomo. We prepare a variety of our potatoes, which they have like almost 4,000 different potatoes. We made
ceviche, which is a classic. Yeah.
Yeah. And we both learned a lot. We both learned so much.
A lot of different cultural aspects of those dishes and how they were formed. It was very interesting. You should look up how causa was made, but I'll leave that for your research.
Yeah, probably the most memorable thing of the class was when they told me to cut the culantro.
It's culantro, not cilantro, which is the same thing. Or apparently it's a stronger version of cilantro.
Yes, it's like
culantro.
A better version, but it was
that sounds better.
So immature of me because it sounds like anyways.
Another activity that we did that we also booked through the same tour company was going to the Shanty town, where we got to visit a market that was more on the southern side of Lima, and also speak with a community service leader who just, she does she feeds people, she does activities, she helps people get employed, all these things. So we got to learn about her involvement with employers and really bringing the government and community and bringing them together in a place that is not, not assuming a place that is, that
the government has forgotten. Like, they don't get much help, and she has really set her life to help others and help people in the community to keep it safe and to help young people and older people find opportunities for employment and for improvement of their lives.
Yeah. And it's very humbling to just go to that kind of part of town to see, you know, this is another way people live. You have the beautiful neighborhoods of Barranco and Florida Blanca, and then you have this. What was the
The
name?
reality of
Do you remember
most
the
of it.
name of it? I'll just put it.
I don't remember now.
I'll just put it there in the map, right there. There you go. But we also went to a market and we tried Turkish.
Oh yeah,
It was nasty.
Turkish. Turkish.
Turkish. Oh my gosh, it's like a fermented potato, and it was hard. I ate more than I expected. It actually tasted better than it smelled, but it smelled horrendous.
The smell made it so bad.
Yeah, I was like, hey, we gotta like something smells weird. Let's get out of here. And it's like, no, that's what you're about to try. And like every Peruvian was just had their eyes who were in the vicinity had their eyes fixated on us. Are they gonna like it? You know.
And there was a guy sitting next to us. He had a massive plate, and he ate it within like 5 minutes. Like he was done so fast, and we were like struggling. Like
I got through about maybe 10 spoonfuls of that. And then we gave it to our tour guide who ate the rest of it.
Oh my gosh.
She was like, I'll eat the rest of it.
Yeah, but we tried a bunch of fruits and stuff that, I mean, I haven't even seen in Colombia. And that was just very unique, a very unique experience.
Yeah. But that's really about all we did. We worked, it was 2 weeks in Lima, and we did work Monday through Friday. So we didn't, other than taking walks and just enjoying the beach and the scenery, we didn't really discover or dive into anything else. But I feel like there's a lot more that we could do. You know, there's more ancient ruins that we did not see. There are museums that we did not see. So there's a lot more going on in the city. And I think it's totally worth spending more time than what we actually chose to spend after our quick experience. But those are the activities we did.
Yeah, we missed a lot, but we did eat a lot.
Es fuerte, es fuerte. Oh my God, you're
Food. So the food scene, again, is very awesome. In Lima, there were 2 restaurants that we went to that we want to highlight. We went to Tragaluz and actually had like a fine dining experience and had like a 5-course meal. So we had to have like ceviche and a whole bunch of other things that we'd never really tried before, and that was a great experience. I would go there again. We spent over $100. And then we went to Nuestro Bistro, which I liked better because
it's a way smaller restaurant. It has like a tapas concept where like the plates are smaller and you kind of like share, and the idea is that you try different things, couple different things, but everything was yours. Mind blowing.
It was really good, and even the chef, the owner or chef of the restaurant came out and he like kind of talked a little bit about some of the dishes that he had made and prepared, and they were very unique. I had things I'd never tried before. So those are 2 restaurants that I highly recommend, and you should totally check out if you are into the more fine dining scene like we are.
Yeah, but also do not forget the mom and pop shops that also have really good food. The menu del día, menu of the day. You go get their typical lunch.
Lomo Saltado.
Yeah, like you get a really good lunch for a really good price. Very tasty and filling.
Yeah, it's because they like to put that pepper in everything, the yellow pepper, amarillo.
Lots of spices, the ají amarillo, culantro. What else did we learn? There were a couple things that they use a lot of garlic, onion, and so everything adds flavor to it. It's also the way they cook things.
It's tasty.
Yeah.
It's super tasty.
Except the tacos.
Yeah, the Turkish, it was tasty too, but in a different way. It was a little too much.
We stayed in the super popular Barranco neighborhood, which is like the boho neighborhood of Lima. And we did 2 weeks. We stayed super close to the Museo de Arte Contemporáneo de Lima, but a very busy intersection.
Our building was literally by where 3 streets turn into 1 street. and it was constant horns
Honking all day long.
all day and night, nonstop. But it was a beautiful building.
Yeah, pretty amazing view. We could see the ocean when it wasn't cloudy, when we were not in the clouds. But safety in the neighborhood felt like it was not an issue at all. Like,
There were plenty of security guards. I mean, it felt like an upscale area.
Yeah.
Like people did not seem worried. They had their phones out, even walking by themselves. So I did not feel unsafe in those particular areas in Lima.
no, I mean, it felt unreal. Like some of the houses that we were close to had like private security. They had their private drivers. It was kind of insane.
Yeah, it was a little bit. Climate, what was it like? Well, we were there during the month of May this year, 2024, and it was great weather, I thought. It was a little humid, but it wasn't like super warm. Like in Celsius, it goes 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, and it's about 68 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like perfect weather to me. In the mornings and the evenings, it could be slightly chilly, just slightly, where you would need like a light hoodie,
Jacket, yeah.
but like a light hoodie with shorts on, and that would feel really comfortable. Never really cared to wear pants, but you could wear pants and a t-shirt and feel comfortable. But it was never like too hot or too cold. I liked it. It did get really foggy a couple times. So on the days we'd wake up, and it was so foggy we couldn't even see the building that was like literally right next to us outside of the Airbnb. Like we just couldn't even see it. We were on the 11th floor, and it was just like, hey, we're like inside of a cloud.
Yes.
But I think it was just being right next to the ocean, right? You know, all those clouds just come in and cover everything. Budget and cost of living. So we spent $2,032 in a 2-week period. That included all the activities that we did. It included the fine dining experiences. And so I think for that price, we did really good. We are going to do a budget review of Lima versus Montevideo, because those were the two cities we only spent 2 weeks in back to back. And it is amazing what you can get in Lima versus Montevideo. So I think that'll be an interesting video for our viewers.
Let's talk about the things that we didn't love. And since we're on the topic of food, we didn't love how much Peruvians love their chicken. They love chicken. And so red meat is not as available. And coming from Uruguay and from Argentina, where red meat was everywhere, and it was affordable, and it was good, and it was easy to prepare. Going to Peru, where like there was chicken.
Yeah, it was hard to find more different cuts of red meat. So that was a little challenging for us.
And it was a little bit more expensive.
And it was more expensive, yes.
It was challenging because we don't love chicken. We love our red meat. We can eat red meat all day long.
Peruvians do chicken in a really good way.
They prepare it good,
Yeah.
but I'm not very good at preparing chicken, and you don't love chicken, so it's like,
I want the red meat. Give me that cow. Okay, some other things that we didn't like. We already kind of alluded to this, but Lima's kind of chaotic. The infrastructure is a little crazy, so the roads can get really kind of packed. A lot of the infrastructure deeper in the city, are those houses that are just endlessly under construction. Supposedly that's a Latin American thing where like you pay less taxes if your house isn't finished.
Well, I don't know about other countries. It is in Colombia.
It is in Colombia, but it's got to be true in other places if you see that. It's interesting, but you'll see a lot of that. There's some parts that were kind of scary, especially near the airport. It was like, ooh, where am I? But as we drove away from the airport, it was like, oh, okay, this looks a lot more approachable. The other thing that
we didn't like how dry it is, and I mean that is because where it is geographically located makes sense, but we do need some green in our lives, and the area where we stayed, it was kind of green, had flowers and everything, but not all the city is like that. I think that was just the exception because it was one of the rich areas, and people pay their HOA dues to keep it that way.
Yeah, the rest of the city is really dry and desert-like. I mean, just look at look at Google Earth or Google Maps and do the satellite image, and you'll just see like, oh yeah, Lima's right in a desert. It's like in a desert, right at the edge of it, and then it's ocean.
But other than that,
I think we really liked it. I would actually spend more time in Lima. I really enjoy the people. I enjoy the food. You know, there was a sense of peace there that I can't completely explain with words yet. Not yet.
yeah, we will be surfing with Robert Taylor every day if we were there.
That's the name of our is Robert.
Robert Taylor. the name of a guy that convinces to do surfing.
Would you live in Lima?
I'm conflicted because I think I would like to live in Lima because the food is really good. The surfing, like we had a really good experience. It's very peaceful, like the way Peruvians treat you and approach you. You feel very respected. But I think Lima is too dry for me.
Bottom wants to go to Lima. Dog wants to go to Lima. Yeah, it's a little dry. For the negatives that we mentioned here, they're kind of big negatives for us. So I'm kind of like, I would like to spend more time in Lima and really see other parts of it that I had not seen. But I don't know if it's one that I would consider living in the long run. But I do like the big positive is the people. So nice job being humble, Latin Americans, Peruvians. This is our friend that we've been helping take care of. We're back in Dallas, Texas at the moment of recording this video. What do you want to say? Say it. Woo. Woo.
She wants attention. Yeah, thank you for watching our Lima City review. We will continue with those and keep an eye on that budget comparison with Montevideo because it's pretty interesting. Yeah. We'll see you.